What is up, you guys? Charlie here with MAPerformance, and in today's video, we're stepping things up a notch. In our last how to make horsepower on your Evo 10 video, we were only talking about 500 wheel horsepower. And down in the comment section, we had a lot of people telling us that those were some rookie numbers. Let's face it, they aren't that hard to make, so if you want to call them rookie numbers, feel free to do so. However, in today's video, we're talking about how to make the jam. Today, we're talking about how to make 700 wheel horsepower in your Evo 10. We've done it before, and we've helped you guys do it before. And so, with that being said, I'm gonna bring in the expert. You guys already know, I'm talking about Leo, AKA the fuel pump daddy. Here we go.
Well, sweet honey barbecue, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it from Mr. YouTube, aka Charlie, here at MAPerformance himself. I am here to give you the rundown, the basic, many variable halving rundown of how to make 700 horsepower with your Evo 10. Without further ado, let's jump into the first thing that you're going to need to be able to make 700 horsepower. The first thing you're going to want to look into is a built engine. Here at MAPerformance, we offer a built engine, and it is going to be our Stage 2 4B11 build, and it comes in different displacements. For the sake of the video, we're going to focus on the 2-liter, which is going to come with a forged piston, an I-beam rod, and it will be sleeved, amongst other things, with our proprietary MAPerformance sleeves. On top of that, you're going to want to consider a turbo kit. Now, yes, I am aware there are a lot of stock frame turbochargers that can make that kind of power. For the sake of the video, we're going to be focusing on our T4 top mount turbo kit built here in-house at MAPerformance. When you're making 700 horsepower, the option that you're going to want to consider when you're choosing the turbocharger is going to be a 6466 Gen 2 turbo. Now, this turbo kit is going to come with the proper manifold, downpipe, as well as intake that you are going to need in order to make this power. When you're making this kind of power, it is essential that you figure out a way for that engine to be able to successfully transfer that power to the rest of the drivetrain. This is when we begin our conversation about clutches. Amongst some of the most popular options is the Exity twin disc and the competition clutch twin disc for this vehicle. That is going to be crucial to guaranteeing the success of your build. So now that we've got the engine and we've got the clutch conversation out of the way, let's talk about fueling. For the sake of the video, we're going to consider the fact that this vehicle is going to be tuned and operated on E85 fuel. With that being said, you're going to want to look into a double pumper solution or a surge tank setup for the vehicle. A double pumper is going to house 2 fuel pumps within 1 tank, and a surge tank setup is going to feed up to 3 fuel pumps located in an external reservoir, which will always be full, that will deliver fuel up to the fuel rail and up to the injectors. Once you have that portion figured out, let's move on to the fuel injectors. For fuel injectors, I recommend a set of 2100 cc or larger fuel injectors made by either Fuel Injector Clinic or Injector Dynamics, both of which are available on our website. In addition to these fuel injectors, you are going to want to get yourself a nice fuel rail kit, which we offer on our website, as well as a fuel pressure regulator kit. Again, when you're running more than 1 pump or even a larger pump than factory, it is crucial that you get something in there to be able to control the amount of fuel pressure that that pump outputs. So now that we got the meat and potatoes out of the way, let's talk about cooling mods. These are going to be crucial to the livelihood and success of your built motor when you're on your quest for 700 horsepower. I recommend going with a MAPerformance oil cooler kit, an upgraded radiator, as well as an intercooler. Again, you're going to be cramming a ton more air through the intercooler than you previously were, and you want to ensure that that air that gets to the throttle body and into the motor is as cool as possible. There are many solutions out there in this beautiful world we live in for intercooler upgrades. However, a really commonly sold one is our MAPerformance 3.5-inch billet end tank intercooler, or the ETS 3.5-inch and larger intercoolers that they offer. Just like any other car, when you're making a ton of power, you're gonna wanna make sure that you find yourself a good tuner who can tune this vehicle. Now, these vehicles are most commonly tuned using a program called Evo X. There is tons of information out there in regards to this program, and it is the most commonly used source to tune these vehicles by. Now, when you make 700 horsepower and you think you're done, there are some other things that I recommend looking into. Those things include and are not limited to braking and suspension. Now, as far as brakes go, a commonly sold upgrade by us here at MAPerformance is going to be a set of StopTech slotted rotors and a set of nice pads to be able to stop that vehicle when you're making all that extra jam. As far as suspension goes, just like in our last video, we have a plethora of options. Commonly sold options include, and are not limited to, Fortune FA 500 series coilovers, as well as Olin's Road and Track coilovers, and BC Racing. If you guys have been keeping up with Charlie and our awesome Evo 10 build, click the link right here and you'll see exactly what coilovers we put on our car. Yeah, nice. Now all you guys in the comments, I know what you're thinking. Well, you forgot this, this, and this. Well guys, this is just a very rough outline of the things that you are going to need to make 700 horsepower. If you have any questions or you need a guide through your journey to 700 horsepower, feel free to give us a call and we are more than happy to assist. We have a staff here that is here 5 days a week, 12 hours a day that can answer any and every build-related question you might have. Now let me get it back over to Mr. Sweet Honey Barbecue, Mr. YouTube, Charlie himself.
All right, you guys, so there you have it. Now that you've heard from us and the source, Leo, how to make 700 wheel horsepower in your Evo 10, you can go ahead and check out the links in the description and or give us a call at 1-888-MAPerformance and talk to Leo and his team, and they can answer all the questions you have above and beyond what you'd have from watching this video. So, nonetheless, if you guys like this kind of content from us and you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel for future updates. Be sure to give us a big old thumbs up on the video because it does help our channel out a ton. And last but not least, if you've got a fully built Evo 10, we want to know how much power you're making down in the comments below. That's where you get to flex a little bit. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.